Peace. What you're about to see is an excerpt from the movie Malcolm X, and I'm going to give my take upon it. Pay attention. Let me know what you think. Peace.
These accusations, Betty? Huh? You think I'm not aware of these vicious lies? Brother Baines and I were talking about this very thing today.
Baines, is he your friend?
What is the matter with you?
Now tell me, what's the matter with you? Wake up. Are you so committed that you blinded yourself? You so dedicated you can't face the truth? Baines, he's the editor of the newspaper that you established.
Now, the point in me going over that real quick is no slander in any shape, way, form, or fashion. Malcolm X, may he rest in peace. Betty Shabazz, may she rest in peace. The point in going over that real quick is she said something to him that may have struck a nerve. Things that strike a nerve, as she did maybe with him, was in love. It wasn't to tear him down as a man or anything of that sort. And she asked him, is he so committed that he can't see the truth and that he blinded himself? She also stated, after he spoke upon Brother Baines, by saying, is he your friend? And that this Baines is the editor of the paper that he established, that he, Malcolm X, established. When you are a part of anything, one should never, ever be so dedicated and committed to where it can be seen by loved ones that you're blinded in dedication. And so let us continue to watch and see what happens.
Ask him what? Ask him why your name hasn't even appeared in Muhammad Speaks in over a year. Ask him why you read front page on every paper in the country, not one single sentence in your own. Yes, but do you know what Baines is doing?
What is this, Baines?
Oh, you so blind. I can see this with you up.
Baines is the one who saved my life. When I was in prison, crawling around like an animal, he's the one that brought me to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad brought me back from the... You out of your... Don't you raise your voice in my house!
Now, not that an argument is good, per se. Certainly not when voices are being raised. Not to the extent when a man or a woman has to say, don't raise your voice in my house. As if one of these adults are talking to a child. Usually that's how you talk to children. You're under my roof, you're in my house, you will not talk to me in such tone. In this case, we see a grown man and woman speaking to each other, or should I say specifically, he's speaking to her in such a manner. Now, while being an avid reader of Malcolm X speeches myself, having a lot of respect, having never met him, I was born, say, 15 years after his assassination. And what helped me not hate upon the matter of his assassination is when I seen him, I think the guy's name was Michael Wallace, 2 weeks before Malcolm was assassinated, he said of himself that he's a dead man. You understand? So he knew what that was in that particular case. May he rest in peace. Now, bringing it back to what the point of this subject matter is, she asked him a question. He did not answer the question. Was he, at least in the movie here, was he so committed that he blinded himself? Everybody can see what's going on but him. You never want to be in that kind of situation where you're the last to find out that you're being used and manipulated, where you're being disrespectfully taken advantage of. And so be wise, be circumspect on the moves one makes. Now, not being funny or anything of that sort, a brother is an author. And I've been a published author for a little over 6 years. This is something that when I watched this movie again, after being an author, and it was stated by her in there, how come your name has not appeared in over a year? When there are people who can tell a brother, I respect you, I like what you do, but then you never support what the person does, how really are you respecting one? You understand? Personally, breaking it down, I cannot go to a carpenter while never going to school for carpentry, while not even asking for people, do they need carpentry work, and recommending a carpenter. I cannot, in light of that, with a straight face, say to a carpenter, I respect you for your work, and I'm proud of you. So let's continue in this same vein and see what it is.
Ask them why they have new cars and houses.
Is that what this is about, man? Do you want some new furniture? Do you want some cars?
What do we have? What do we have, Milk? Broken down jalopy. The clothes on our backs.
So you want some new clothes? All right, I'll get you some.
We don't
You're not
even
happy
own
with
our
what we
own
have
home.
here?
What about our children? What about me? You don't even own life insurance.
Look, Betty, the nation of Islam will provide for you and the children if anything happens to me.
You sure? Are you sure?
Now, in this, she is asking him, is he sure that their organization will provide for them if something were to happen to him? You have to realize when you're being made, no disrespect to Malcolm, but you have to realize when you're being made a fool of. If the house, for instance, that they were living in was provided by their organization, and the same organization that sees you building temples and mosques, if you will, in that case in Islam, for them, you're living in a house that's theirs while you're putting in work to build temples and establish organizations for them. Point is, are you taking time respectfully for self to have things done for yourself while you're extending yourself to those who don't extend the same to you? Be circumspect. Peace.